endorsed by Brazilians, American football teams, because I don't understand anything about how they can play out of Brazil. Now, that is relating to a conversation that we were just having before we went live, so it probably doesn't make any sense. But don't worry, nothing we're going to do is going to make much more sense. But anyway, welcome to the Extreme Improv Xstreamed show, the fast-paced improvised comedy show where we make up scenes, songs, stories, and so much more based entirely on your suggestions. So, with this, as always, first things first, let me direct your eyes down to the bottom of the screen. There you'll see the suggestion box. Currently in the suggestion box it says support the show. Subscribe at www.youtube.com/extremeimprov. Make sure you smash that subscribe button as hard as you can. Now, with this, I'm going to change what we're looking for in the suggestion box. Audience, could you start to give us some suggestions of random words? Give us some random words, please, and we're going to use those to inspire our opening game. Now, whilst we wait for these random words, these words of randomness to come in, audience, we're going to meet tonight's performers, starting with Gerald. Say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. It's been several months, and looking forward to it.
What, several months since you've been on Xstreamed?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think like June, maybe.
No way. How time has flown. You've popped up on Geek Battle a couple of times. So,
Twice in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
But,
good. Well, the power is back. Now, speaking of power, our favourite man wearing a Quebec shirt right now. Rob, say hello to the people.
I got the power! 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 My name is Rob. I'm from Southern California. I like sandwiches and long walks on the beach eating sandwiches.
Good. That is a good dating video, but someone who is going to top that is Norm. Say hello to the people.
Hi, this is Norm from the province of Quebec, but currently living outside of Philadelphia and trying to help Gerald, who's hovering outside of planet Earth without his spacesuit again. I warned you about that.
Well, don't worry. We're going to get into all kinds of things, inner and outer of space. But we're going to start with our opening game. Let's see what it's going to be. We are going to have a game of... we're going to start off with a game of number of words, which will be for all of us. And the way this works is we're going to perform a scene where each of us are assigned a certain number, a set number that every line of dialogue that we individually say has to be. So, for example, if your number of words is 3, you can say sentences of 3 words long, no longer, no shorter. And then you can't speak again until someone else has done their number of words. So, let's see what this is going to be about. It's going to be something to do with a torch. Something to do with a torch. Let's see what number of words we're going to have each. I will have 2 words each. Norm will have 8 words. Ooh. Gerald will have 4 words and Rob will have 3 words. And this is going to be to do with, what did I say? A torch. And here we go.
British call torches flashlights.
That's true.
The inverse.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's dark.
Chris Evans' torch.
Human Torch?
He's not so bright in real life, though.
I'm scared.
Of what, David?
The dark?
You got that special light shining over.
Let it shine!
Who sung?
Stop talking. Gerald wants to have a word.
Go
Don't
on.
be scared of the dark.
Since when?
That's a good movie.
Tell a scary story.
I heard you cured COVID by shining light.
I did.
And drinking lots of bleach.
True. Yes.
Oh, COVID again?
Scary story.
It's coming back. You should worry, you all.
COVID Part 2.
The return.
Live improv game.
Say what?
You heard me.
I didn't.
Don't cough on me.
He didn't hear because he's speaking with a mask.
I have.
Comic-Con costume?
Thought I did.
No.
Thought
No,
did.
no, something from the movie The Mask. Yeah.
Crazy hippies, no masks.
I know.
Mask Junior sucked.
Glasses now.
Your glasses are fogging up. What are you seeing?
And scene! There we go. There we go. I don't know, to be honest. Right, so we're going to go on to our next challenge. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh, we're going to have an early joke-telling round. And let's have a look. So, we're going to use some of your random words. But before we go on, audience, could you suggest some random movies? Suggest some random movies. But we're going to play Back at School, a joke-telling game. The way this works, we're going to tell jokes which will follow the rhythm. Back at school, they called me blank. Back at school, they called me blank, followed by your punchline. So, back at school, they called me blank, followed by your punchline. You replace the word blank with the name of whatever the random word the audience have given us is, and then you come up with a punchline. So, back at school, they called me blankets. Back at school, they called me blankets. If you have a joke, give a wave. Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Blanket, except I wasn't Michael Jackson's son.
Haha. Norm.
Back at school, they called me Blankets because I was always sleeping in class.
Back at
Yeah, go for it, Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Blanket because I was warm and fuzzy.
Aw. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Blanket because I was always putting people out when they were on fire.
Okay. I have nothing for this one. Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Blanket. I just laid there and did nothing.
Haha. Back at school, they called me Blanket because much like this game, when I tried to think, I would blank it. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Blankets because I was constantly trying to get girls to go to bed with me.
Okay. Anyone else? Let's mix it up. We'll have a bunch of these. Right. Back at school, they called me Cash. Back at school, they called me Cash. Back at school, they called me Cash because I was a bit doughy. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Cash because in choir practice, I was always hitting that C note.
Aha. Norm.
Back at school, they called me Cash because nobody would give me any credit.
Aha. Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Cash because I never made sense.
Aha. Back at school, they called me Cash because I would pound your sister. Right. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Cash because I refused to change.
Aha. Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Cash because I was green and crinkly.
Norm.
Back at school, they called me Cash because I challenged everybody. I said, "Cash me outside."
Aha. Back at school, they called me Cash because my real name is Bill. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Cash because we are in America, so everybody's strapped.
Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Cash because I always...
Oh, okay. It'll come
It'll come
to you. Right. Back at school, they called me Cash because my real name is Nicholas. Norm.
Back at school, they called me Cash because there were too many other kids named Johnny.
Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Cash because I'm sort of like a internet browser. I just keep saying and showing the same thing.
I like it. Okay. Back at school in America, they called me Cash because I was the only one there who was European. Anyone else? I was peeing. Right, okay. I was European. Right, okay, let's have a look. Anything else, Rob?
Back at school, they called me Cash because my name was Franklin Lincoln.
Aha. Okay, anyone else? Back at school, they called me Cash. It was ironic because I never got any credit. Anyone else? Boom, let's change it up. Right, so back at school, they called me Blankets. No. Right, back at school, they called me... funny. No, it's not going to work. Right, let's go for it. Back at school, they called me Funny. Let's see what we can do with this. Anything? Oh, maybe. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Funny because I was the 2023 World Online Improv Champion.
Ah. Back at school, they called me Funny because I would bone your sister. Right, sorry about that. Right, Norm.
Back at school, they called me funny because that's how I looked.
Aha. Oh.
I had something similar.
No. Right. Okay, let's mix it up. We'll get another one for that, I'm sure. So, back at school, they called me Legs. Okay? Back at school, they called me Legs. So... Right, back at school, they called me Legs, and I'm only speaking because I felt sad that no one else did. Thigh. Right, okay. Now, anything else? Oh, hang on, we're being joined. We have someone joining us. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Legs is joining
Wait
us.
for it. Wait for it. Any moment now. Hold your horses.
Brother.
Hold your horses. Wait for it. Oh, come on. Jesus.
Come on, get legs.
Right, okay, sound is in. Oh shit,
Nicholas!
it's Nick. Right. Hello, Nick.
Hello.
So,
I just finished recording with Cabafame.
oh, good. Now, we are live, so anything you say about Capithev can't be too sexual, right? So, right, okay, so we're playing the joke-telling game Back at School. And at the moment, we've just started. Back at school, they called me Legs. And if anyone has a punchline, give a wave. Back at school, they called me Legs. Rob.
Back at school, they called me Legs because I ran the final leg of the relay.
Aha. Nick.
Back in school, they called me Legs because my name was Jesse Spano.
Aha. Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Legs because I had a 3-foot penis.
I like it. Right, okay. Nick.
Back in school, they called me Legs so I could lean forward, and it was like a tripod.
Okay. Back at school, they called me Legs because I kept a cow. Yes, I had calves. Anyone else? Okay. Nick.
Back in school, they called me Legs because my name is Leonard Edward Jillian Stevens. Yeah, Legs, my initials, you bastards.
Now hold that thought, guys. We're being invaded again. At first, I thought I would just be cursed to have Norm and Rob, but now we have a whole party emerging. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. Hold your horses. Wait for it. Oh crap, it's Cap.
Man.
Oh, hang on, that is such a spin on oh shit, it's Nick. It's oh crap, it's Cap. Now, Capital Dave, you are
There we go.
muted, but hello.
It does rhyme. It does rhyme.
Oh crap, it's Cap. That we
Did
can't
I
make this.
just finish,
You can't steal
did
the
I
thunder.
just finish recording with you, Cap?
Yeah.
Yes. We just finished
Hey, now
recording
I have
a
an
SWAT team
hour
session
with
with Nick.
What? Okay,
Yeah.
just very quickly, just to give the audience a preview. What were you talking about, and how sexual was it?
It was about cartoons and it was about Jessica Rabbit.
Oh my god, it
So
was
very
sexual.
sexual.
Right. Okay. Right. Now we're gonna get one more. We're gonna get one more thing, unless people had a joke about legs. No. Okay. Right. So we're playing a joke-telling game. Back at school, it follows the rhythm. Back at school, they called me blank, followed by your punchline, and let's see if we got a good word. So, Back at school, they called me Headache. Back at school, they called me Headache. Okay? Rob.
Back at school, they called me Headache because I was a farmer, but people kept stealing my grain.
Ah, Cap.
Back at school, they called me Headache because I kept getting a lot of heads.
Oh, right, Gerald.
Back at school, they called me Headache because I was mental.
Ooh, Rob.
Back at school, they called me Headache because people would jump out and I scream!
Ah, back at school, they called me Headache because I'd always try to do improv with them. True story. Right, okay. Anyone else for Headache? Oh, come on, there's got to be one more. There's got to be one more. Got to be one more. And Cap.
Back at school, they used to call me Headache because I was a migration student.
Ah, Rob.
Back in school, they called me Headache because my name is Vil and I was horrible at math and they'd have to constantly yell at me, Advil.
Ah, see, you've got different medication than like I do. I don't.
Yeah,
You still knew what it was.
Yeah, just about. Just because, like, you know, I have to watch American TV. You make me. Right. Okay. Do you know what? Do you know what paracetamol is? Do you know what paracetamol?
Yes.
I've heard
It's
of it.
acetaminophen in US.
What do you call it in America?
Acetaminophen.
Gesundheit.
Acetaminophen.
Right. Okay. Anyway. Right. Let's get one more because that was shit. Right. Well,
Or
I was
for
shit.
the
to be
others,
honest.
it's generic
Right.
for Tylenol.
So back at school, they called me. Oh no, that's rubbish. Back at school, they called me nuts. So back at school, they called me nuts. Okay. So if you have a joke, give a wave. Norm.
Back at school, they called me nuts because my swimsuit was too tight and they would show.
Ah. Back at school, they would call me nuts because my swimsuit was too tight. But then I had a Brazilian. Right, Rob.
Back at school, they called me nuts because I was constantly getting turned down and the women gave me blue balls.
Aha, Nick.
Back in school, they called me nuts because I was really squirrely.
Aha. Cap.
Back in school, they used to call me nuts. Cracked, because I got kicked a lot.
Aha. Back in school, they would call me nuts because I would fail every test. Tickle. Right. Nick.
Back in school, they called me nuts because my name is Nicholas Ulysses Thomas Stevens.
Okay. Oh, I get it. It's an
Initials
acronym
again.
again. So back in school, they would call me nuts because my name was Almond. Rob.
Back at school, they called me nuts because I was always sick and constantly, That's so cheesy.
Aha. Norm.
Back at school, they called me nuts because I was incontinent and they would always say, peanuts, peanuts.
Aha. Back in school, they would call me Cash. And I was like, hey, I don't like this anymore. Call me Nuts. Cashew Nuts. Yes, combine those bastards together. Gerald.
Cashew outside.
I lost it.
Ah. Right, Rob, take us home.
Back in med school, they called me nuts because I excelled at asking guys to turn their head and cough.
Aha, I love it. Okay, we've got a couple more. Gerald, then Cap to wrap it up.
Oh, shit, I forgot again.
Cap, take us home if you can.
Back in school, they used to call me nuts because I always forget to pee and I call myself nut every time I do it.
Aha. Gerald, go on.
Okay, I got two. Back in school, they used to call me nuts because at lunch I'd cram stuff in my cheeks like a chipmunk.
Wow.
Back
Which
in school, they
cheeks?
called me nuts, except it was spelled NVTS.
Ah. Okay,
It's
and
funny when you forget it.
yeah, and scene. Right. Also, look, my lighting is really interesting. I can almost go into the shadows. Right. Didn't know I could do that. Gonna use that.
TV show.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So let's see what we're doing here. Now, we're going to go on to our next game. Audience, I asked you for suggestions of famous films. Let's play 1 minute remake. So the way this works is each of us are going to get 1 minute to recreate a famous film. Let's roll the dice to see who's going to go first. It will be Cap or Fave. So Cap, let's see what we've got for you. Could you give us a 1 minute remake of Paddington? As in, like, Paddington Bear. So a 1 minute remake of Paddington, and take it away.
Oh, I'm Paddington Bear. I love marmalade. Yes, that's the word. I love marmalade to bits. Oh my god, my uncle died, and Anne told me to migrate to the UK. Immigration sucks, by the way. But I didn't. I am back in the UK. Oh, I met a nice family. I'm gonna live with you all. Oh, you're threatening me? Well, this is called a hard stare. Great, now I'm in prison with all these lovely criminals, and I'm going to teach them how to make marmalade. Everyone in this movie has diabetes, okay? That's the whole point. Nom, 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 marmalades and everything. I forgot the whole plot of it. Anyways, the dad warmed up to me. I'm like a son, a furry, berry son. And the sequel is coming out. Oh no, wait, I already did that plot. But the third one is coming out. We are going to the jungle to find my aunt. She is missing. Who voiced me? It's a very pleasant man, but I forgot the voice.
And that is time. That is time. Who does voice Paddington?
I would look it up, but I don't care.
Excellent. Thanks
You're
you
saying
for
it's not
that
his real
brutal
voice.
honesty, Nick. Right, okay. So, let's see who's going to go next. Next up will be Norm. Norm, let's find a movie for you. Could you give us Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Okay, and in your own time, go.
Oh, have been tasked with a quest to find the Holy Grail. You have some coconuts? Okay. Hey, you! Do you know where the Holy Grail is? Yes, it's in this cave. But beware, it's defended by a man-eating beast. It's a little white rabbit, come on. It's not gonna hurt you. I'll go get it. Oh, my God, it's a man-eating rabbit. It's rabbit. Oh, okay, we'll search elsewhere. Oh, I am the Black Knight. You can't cross here. All right, I'll take my sword and I'll fight you. There, chop your arm. Oh, I'm not done. Chop your other arm. Oh my
And
God,
that
you
is
kicked
time. Okay, well, I will say knee to that. Knee. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Oh,
Tom.
man, I bet there was a joke about knee on the They Call Me Legs. Anyway,
Oh.
the moment has passed. Let's see. So next up will be Nick. Nick, could you give us a 1 minute...
Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail?
What?
Not for Brian.
No, right. Okay, could you give us a 1 minute remake of The Matrix? The Matrix. And here you go.
I know Kung Fu. Yes. Sorry, sorry. I know Kung... Can the time start over?
Yes, go for it.
Sorry. I know Kung Fu. Mr. Anderson, would you like to remain in the Matrix for the rest of your... Would you like to remain being a hacker for the rest of your life? I am... No, I am Morpheus. I'm going to give you the choice of a red pill or a blue pill. The blue pill will wake you up from the nightmare you're in. The red pill will put you deeper into the nightmare and you will forget about existence. Give me the blue pill. Why did I just get looked out of a toilet? We are the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar. And I'm trying to blank on what.
And that is time. That is time. Well done. That was very detailed. I haven't seen that film in a long time. I couldn't have told you their ship was the Nebuchadnezzar. Right.
So I go to a lot of trivia, and that's a fairly popular question for cinema trivia. Is what is the name of the ship in The Matrix?
Ah, okay. Well, I have learned something today. Right, let's see. Rob,
Right,
you're going to go
Right,
next.
I can go now? Great.
Yeah. Right. What? Oh, wait. I thought he'd
like The
actually
Matrix.
left. Right. Jesus. Right. Now, who did I say was going next? Rob. So let's
Rob.
find a movie for you. Could you give us a 1-minute remake of It Follows? It Follows. Okay? And here you go.
All right, everybody, let's just hang out and have a good time. Oh yeah, well we're gonna go get it on over here. Nothing bad's gonna happen if we get it on. Oh. Something very scary is following us very, very slowly. You think we could outrun it, but we can't. Let's try. It just keeps following us. It's gonna get us. Oh, while we're waiting for it to kill us, we should go have sex over here too. Yeah, we're gonna have sex. Oh yeah. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh, now it's after us. Oh shit. It's so scary. It's coming. It's gonna kill all of us. Why didn't I get on a plane? It still would have followed because it follows everybody who has sex in this town. Oh yeah. Well, that's a good idea. But if we're gonna die, we should have sex anyway. That's true. Oh, that was fantastic. Oh no, it's following us now. This is actually a really original movie. I can't believe they never made a sequel to it because it made a lot of money. Although they have heard that it's going to be greenlit eventually. Let's celebrate the news by having sex. Okay, that sounds good. Oh no, now it's coming.
And that
after
is
us. Goddamn it.
time. That is time. Rob, they are making it. It's called They Follow.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like 15 years later. It's crazy.
15?
It was a good movie.
No, when was the first one? The first one I think was like 2017. Like, It Follows.
10 years.
What?
Hey, David, I have a request for the next time we play this.
Yeah.
Can Rob get The Usual Suspects?
Have you ever done The Usual Suspects, Rob?
I've done it once. I know it so well. I got through like 2 minutes of it.
Yeah, it's always the way.
Yeah, because you have your poster right there.
Okay, well, we'll make that happen. Who hasn't had a go yet? I have not, and Gerald has not. Let's roll the dice. Gerald, you will go next. Could you give us a 1-minute remake of The Breakfast Club? The Breakfast Club. And here you go.
I've actually only seen this movie once.
What?
Hey, we're a bunch of
I've seen it
degenerates,
twice.
and we have to hang out on Saturday because we're in detention at school for doing stupid crap at school. I'm the pretty girl, and I'm just sitting here, and I'm sort of the not the jock dude, but like the rebel without a cause, and I have a leather jacket, and then I'm sort of the goofy guy that's always in all the 80 movies, and I'm the goth chick over here. Don't look at me. I'm sad. And then there's a funny looking guy too, or a funny guy. Oh yeah, let's do that. What are we gonna do? This sucks. We're hanging out in the library at the high school. Oh, the teacher comes in. Hey, guys, don't do anything I wouldn't do and stay out of trouble. Okay. Well, even though we were all different from different walks of life and everything, we got along really well together,
And that
taught
is
us such a
time.
wonderful life lesson.
Oh, there you go. Perfectly timed for the ending there. Well done. So that just leaves me.
My one question is, Rob, Ferris Bueller's Day Off or The Breakfast Club?
The one's a drama
all day.
That would be The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Ferris Bueller's.
I haven't ever
I'm
watched
with
Ferris
Ferris
Bueller. Right. So.
I love them both constantly. I love them both.
Right. Okay. I'm going to go next, guys. What am I going to recreate?
Snakes on a plane.
Oh, I did that
Red
like
Eye.
2 weeks ago.
Inspector Gadget.
What did you
Red
say,
Eye.
Rob? What did you say, Rob?
Red Eye.
Word Eye.
Red Eye.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Right, Red Eye. I can do that. And here we go. Oh, have I made it to the flight? Yes, just in time. Go take your seat. Oh, I'm really nervous flying. Oh, Cillian Murphy. Hey, I've got an American accent in this one. Wow, it's not very good. But I'm really nervous flying. Oh, don't worry, sweetheart. I'm going to keep you company. Oh, you're so dreamy. Hey, what are you working on? You just got to take a phone call, I see. Yeah, I'm just taking a phone call. Is that to your dad that lives in apartment C of the building on June Avenue? How do you know? Don't move. I'm going to kill everyone on this plane, and you and your father, unless you call up your place of work and have them blow up the president. Is that what the plot is? Something like that. How long is left? 14 seconds. Right. Now finally I've made it off the plane. Don't let the president go in there. He's going to blow it up. Oh, here comes Cillian Murphy. I'm going to beat the snot out of him for the next 20 minutes, and he's going to look like a real bitch. Hey, bang. Oh, my nose. Yeah, that's right. No matter what you do for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to kick your ass. I've got your dad. No, don't hurt my dad. Kapow. My throat. You stabbed me in the throat. Well, what are you going to do it now, you bitch? I'm leaving. Yeah, go off to Peaky Blinders, you shithead. Right, and that's time. Now, whoa, what have I just done? Multi-speak or something. That's weird. I don't even know how I did that. You guys are at the bottom of the screen. Can you see that?
No.
You can't see that. So, for some reason... Oh, my God.
We're in the Matrix.
Multi-speaker, that is new. I've never seen this before. Right, okay, let's remove Spotlight. Oh, now it's just Norm and Gerald at the top. Can you not see this?
No, I see all six.
I see all six of us.
Wow, you need to do like an update. Okay, in gallery, we're back to normal. But and so a multi-speaker. Now it's
Okay,
Gerald.
I have multi-speaker. I can arrange it on my own.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay, I don't like it. Capital Thave is too prominent. Right, I'm joking. Now,
In multi-speakers, we look like your minions.
yeah, it's true. It's true. Right, okay, so we're going to do something else. Now, we're going to play a different game. We're going to play a game... Oh, we're going to have a punversation. So the way this works is we're going to do this 3 times over. And the way this works is we're going to have 2 performers in a scene. And every time they say a line of dialogue back and forth, they have to try to include a pun in it based on whatever the topic is. So let's see who's going to go in this game. It's let's reset my dice. My virtual dice has ran out. I used to have physical dice, and I dropped them all behind the computer, so they're gone now. Right, okay, so let's see.
I can give you dice. Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh! I don't understand the
bye.
reference. Right.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Okay, so Norm and Rob, you're going to start this off. You're going to have a punversation. So let's get you onto Spotlight here. Here we see Norm. Here we see Rob. And basically, it's going to be a 2-hander conversation. Every time it's back from one, back to the other, then you need to try to make it a pun featured around the theme. Now, I'm going to be keeping score on who comes up with the most puns, okay? And the theme is... Well, let's get something from the audience. What am I doing? All right. Okay. Is going to be... Oh, trains. Trains. Okay? So, do you have trains in America?
Yes.
Okay, I know you don't have much of them. You're right, but anyway. So, as many train puns. It's going to start with Norm, because you're on the left side of the screen. There'll be 1 minute on the clock for this. And go.
Thank you for choosing me for this conversation.
Of course, I just like your caboose.
Hey, let's not get off the wrong track now.
Sorry, sometimes I get a little loco motion.
Yeah, you're derailing our conversation.
I pierced my ears in the snow the other day. It was a real snow piercer.
I don't believe you. You're blowing smoke up my smokestack.
Well, I am track, okay? So you can't, talk about trains without me. It's I am track.
Hey, I'm the conductor of this conversation, so follow.
No.
Oh, skip. Back to Norm.
Well, You shovel a lot of crap, but you should shovel coal.
Watch that car go by.
Oh, and that is time. That is time. Okay, so I think Norm basically won by a single point. I didn't clarify before because we haven't played it in a while, but basically you get a couple of seconds. You've got to come in with your pun quick, otherwise it will skip back to the next person. So next up, it's it's all good. It's going to be Gerald and it's going to be Nick. Gerald and Nick. So let's have Gerald and Nick. Let's get a suggestion for you guys for this to be based around. And it's going to be around... Let's not make it another... Okay. We mentioned this earlier. It's going to be based around space. Space. Okay, so Gerald, you're going to have the first sentence. Basically, back and forth. I will say skip if there's too long of a hesitation. It'll go back to the other person. But as many space puns back and forth as you can, beginning with Gerald and then handing over to Nick. Go.
Hey, Nick. Nice astronaut.
Haha.
Look, you can go kiss my asteroids.
Haha. Skip. Back to Nick.
You know, those are really nice moonwalk shoes.
Boom.
Well, since you like my ass, I'm going to show you the moon.
Boom.
You know, why must there be all these alien people around here from different countries?
Dodgy, but boom.
Sorry.
It's okay. Back to Gerald.
Nick, you know that you should use hemorrhoid creams on Uranus.
Boom.
You know, that ring around your finger.
Boom. Oh, and that is time. That is time. That is time. Well done, guys. Well done. Right. Okay. So, with this.
Sorry about the alien one. That was.
I'm joking. Look, it's just like there's many directions you could have gone, and you just went straight for the illegal aliens. What can we say? Now. Okay, Cap. That leaves you and me. So, let's get us on the spotlight. Cap, you will get to go first. Can someone give us a topic, please?
Breakfast cereals.
Breakfast cereals. Okay. Right, okay, and...
Again, both of us are out on this one.
Yeah. Right, okay, so you guys judge for when we're going to skip or whatever. Norm, you can call skip or whatever. Ready? And Cap, starting with you, go.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, you're speaking to me now. You gave me such a frosty reception.
I was just only kidding you. I know you're a tiger.
Hey, do you want a glass of cocoa? Pops.
I would if the toy comes with that one.
Ooh, well... oh, dear!
Yep.
You need to just pronounce your word. Okay, you need to be Captain Crunching everything.
Okay,
Enunciate.
I didn't think you were going to go into things in such a granola detail.
Oh, something just popped out on my window.
That isn't a cereal. Well, I think you're toast.
All my cereal knowledge comes from the series Seinfeld. That's not a pun.
Wow, you're really milking it. And that is time. That is time. That is time. Okay.
I squeaked it out, Dave.
I ate a balanced breakfast.
Wait, what was that, Rob?
How did an English guy not say Cheerio? That's all I gotta say.
Ah. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever said Cheerio as a greeting sort of thing in my life.
David won this one.
Okay.
The only one I know is Tony the Tiger, but again, it's mainly because of Tony the Tiger, not the cereal.
Wait, okay, hang on. Following on our obsession with like foods and differences between the US and America and Sri Lanka, do you not have breakfast cereal in Sri Lanka?
There is, but they're not as prominent.
What do you eat for breakfast?
A balanced breakfast, like idiyappam, string hoppers, like actual food.
I have no... grasshoppers? What's a street hopper?
String hoppers. hoppers.
What is that?
It's a weed thing. Google it. You have it on your own.
Okay,
British
okay.
Indian store.
String hoppers. String
Yeah.
hopper. Okay.
Does the cereal come with American cheese?
No.
Wow. We don't have string
Huh.
hoppers. That looks amazing.
There's
What is
also you can also Google Pittu and Idli.
I don't think I'd be able to spell that, Locap. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
do
That's
your
amazing.
best.
Shit, Joe, well, we have a full English breakfast. Do you know what that is, guys?
Beans on toast.
No, it's not just beans on toast.
Well, I know that's not the only a banger.
Yeah, a banger.
Hold on.
Yeah, we have bangers.
Banger.
Right, anyway.
I've had cereal only because like I've fallen for the Western media and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have cereal, and I ate it and my mom's like, that's pure sugar, you're eating a balance.
Yeah,
bro."
yeah. Okay,
It really is.
great. Well, on that note, let's go on to another game. So,
Is Vegemite or Marmite, is that something?
Yeah.
That's also.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but no,
yeah.
Marmite is very English. Marmite is
Okay, I
very
knew
English.
one of them was. Yeah.
Vegemite
Marmite,
is very
yeah,
Australian, but we do have it.
Yeah, Vegemite. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. And he said, hey, I come from a land down under.
Oh, wow. What? Vegemite is one of the song lyrics of that?
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, let's go on to another game. So we are going to have a game of alliteration anarchy. There'll be 3 of us in it. Let's find out who they're going to be. So there's going to be Gerald, there's going to be Cap, and there's going to be Rob. Gerald, Cap, and Rob. And let's get you onto Spotlight. So here we see Gerald, Cap, and Rob. And the way this works is you're each going to be assigned a letter of the alphabet, and as much as possible you have to begin as many words as you can with the letter you've been assigned. So Gerald, could you begin as many words as you can with the letter V? Cap, could you begin as many words as you can with the letter L? And Rob, could you begin as many words as you can with the letter F? Your scenario is... Okay. There's a noise upstairs. There is a noise upstairs. And in your own time, take it away.
Little John, little duck, what's that noise upstairs? I hear little footprints.
Freaky noise are happening, friend.
Very loud, not quiet. It's little sounds. Violent
They never-
actions.
They never fixed the floor. I'm gonna have to fire Freddy this Friday.
Just hold off a little bit, okay? Are you taking a bit more harsher? Let's go lightly.
Vicious Vegemite sandwiches.
You guys are full of crap. Full of crap, I say.
I am loaded with shit.
Finally, you admit this.
Because I couldn't go to the toilet, okay? There's a leak in the sink.
Forget that. I'm not fixing the toilet. Or the sink. Let's fax over some instructions, okay?
Leo, just go there and, use tape and, spit, lick, and then, put it back together. It's just that easy.
I'll fly to Florida. I'll find Freddy. And we'll fix this issue.
Before that happens, we all go loco, okay?
Loco in West Virginia or regular Virginia?
Any type of loco. From Louisiana, if I can think of.
Vancouver?
I'm just having a...
Victoria?
Whoever's scaring us is having a field day, I swear.
Lance does do that every time.
Violet and Victor to victory at the Olympics.
You know, as Dr. Johansson says, the key to a good life is lots and lots of fucking, yes, fucking.
Okay, lots and lots of fucking it is, so who's gonna be fucking who?
No, it is Johansson. Right, and scene. Good. Well done. I love it. You cannot ever have enough of Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder in your life. Now, with this. Oh, that's such a good film. And then he's like, oh my god, I am blind. Right. I love that. Okay, good. Now, Nick had got to go, as I've just learned. So, Norm, you and I are going to do an alphabet scene, okay? So, let's get us on Spotlight. Here we see Norm and myself. Guys, where are we? What are we doing? Chuck us something.
Quebec. You're in Quebec.
Oh, my God. Okay, we're in Quebec. We're going to begin at the letter R. We'll have 90 seconds to get back to the letter R. And here...
And we alternate letters, or?
Yeah.
Or we do the same letter?
Oh, no, alphabet.
Okay. Yeah, well, alphabet. I do ABC, or I do A, B, and I do C.
You do A, I'll do B.
Okay, good. That's all I know.
That's all right. Go.
That's all to me.
Right, so here we are. Canada. Who would have ever thought us in Canada?
Behave now. You're not in UK anymore.
We're beginning at
Oh,
R.
start with R. R, okay. So behave right now. I lost my train of thought.
Toronto. We should have gone to Toronto. You lost the train of thought, and now we've wound up in Quebec, which is definitely the worst part of Canada.
Under no circumstances are we going to Toronto. It's too multicultural. You get lost there.
Very well, if everyone's just going to hate on the multicultural thing tonight, I love illegal aliens.
Well, you love all kinds of stuff. You have no limits.
Xenophobia is not allowed.
Yes, it is. It's a free country.
Zoinks! He's right. We need to ban free speech.
All right. What do you start with?
Banning anyone who wants to ban free speech.
Can't do that. That's antithetical to your proposition.
Don't tell me what I can and can't do. I'm here in Canada. They're pushovers.
Every time you think everybody's a pushover.
French Canadians are not really French. I really love Canada. I don't mean any of this. Right.
Good. You recognize that they are a distinct society, different than others.
Hitman Hart is a Canadian and he's my hero.
I know. You have his posters all around in your room. I worry about you.
Jacques Rougeau is my favourite French Canadian.
King Tut is mine.
Listen, I don't know what your obsession with King Tut is, but I think we should still go to Toronto.
Maybe you should give it a try.
Nova Scotia, how about that?
Ottawa's closer.
Provinces. I can't say that word. Provinces.
Province.
There we go.
Provinces.
Got there in the end.
Quebec City is very nice this time of year.
Right, let's go and get some lunch then. And scene! Wow, we made it in just 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Okay.
Ori is never coming back after this display.
Hey, look. Corey should come back. All the Canadians should come back. Jana should come back. You know.
I forgot she's Canadian.
Yeah, loads of them. Well, those two.
But after our multicultural comment, no one's coming back.
No, genuinely, you know, if I could be anything other than English, American, or Sri Lankan, it'd be Canadian. Right. Now, let's have a look. We're going to go on to another game. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh, we're going to hold a press conference. So, who would like to be the press conference holder? Any volunteers? Audience, just before we do, let's check the time. Could you start to suggest for us some well-known characters from fiction or people from history, plus unusual things for them to do? Some well-known characters from fiction or people from history, plus unusual things for them to do. Okay? Now, with that, who would like to hold a press conference? Going once? Going twice? Okay, I will then. Right, so decide why I'm holding a press conference. I'm going to mute you guys, and whilst you do that, I'm going to eat a pork chop. So give me a wave when you're ready to resume things.
Okay, let's check.
He is literally eating a pork chop.
Are you?
David, take off the hat.
Are you eating your private part? Oh, he's
Not gonna.
muted. All right. So what should the conference call be? New conference be about?
It should be about cartoons.
This isn't yours. He's not gonna know him.
What about Jessica Rabbit? Everybody knows Jessica Rabbit.
Okay, he's marrying Jessica Rabbit.
Okay, right after the death of Roger Rabbit.
Okay, wait. He killed Roger Rabbit because he wants to marry Jessica Rabbit.
Okay.
And what did he kill Roger Rabbit with?
He drowned him in a fish tank.
Drowned him in a fish tank. Okay, so he's called in the press conference because he killed Roger Rabbit. He did it because he wants to marry Jessica Rabbit, and he drowned Roger Rabbit in a fish tank. All right.
That's some damn good pork chop. Now let's get on with this press conference. Who's got a question? Yes, you, sir. The Looney Tunes.
Sir, we are just shocked by this recent news that, like, we never thought you to be, like, R-rated. We always thought you were a PG character.
Hey, I put it in the P, I put it in the G. Sometimes it ends up as being R-rated. Yes, you, sir.
It's Johnny from Toontown Magazine. Did you feel this was absolutely necessary?
Probably not. But one of the things about doing something spontaneously is, you know, afterwards you can reflect. And I know I can reflect, and I don't know about any of you, but maybe you'll reflect on that question one day. Yes, you, sir, from Quebec.
So why did you do that? What is it about him that bugs you?
Well, do you know what? Like a fly in the ointment. What could I say except for, it was just the way he carried himself. You know, it's just like he was flying low and, yeah. Yes, you, sir, the usual suspect.
Yes, Bob from Hoskins Magazine. Now I kind of understand why you did this, but aren't you afraid of being labeled a pervert?
No, I think it's well established at this stage, if I'm completely honest. But, labels. Yeah, it's like 2024, guys, come on. Yes, sir, the Looney Tune.
We are from Disney Prime Time. We just like to know that you and Ariel previously dated, but why didn't that lead up to marriage? Instead, why did you go for this other redhead?
Oh, okay, well, I went for the other redhead over Ariel because, basically, as a half-fish woman, she didn't have all of the equipment I required. Right, yes, the usual suspect.
Yes, from Over and Out Magazine. Can you confirm now after that car crash, does she actually wear panties?
Well, because I'm wearing them, I can confirm that she did, but they are now on my personage. And I think that, again, in 2024, guys, no judgment. Yes, you in outer space.
What happened to the fish after you did this to the gentleman?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Well, there's a delicacy that you may not have heard of. It includes some orange sauce, and basically we put it with some string hoppers, and we have it for breakfast. Yes, you, sir, from Quebec.
Yeah, so you mentioned Ariel was missing some important parts. So is that why you were interested in this other lady? Because they're known to reproduce quickly?
Yes. I want to spread my seed. Reproduction is most important to me. Just because you sort of clone yourself. And the more of me there are, the less there will be to judge me, like you guys. The Looney Tune, please.
We are from Tiny Toons magazines. That we just like to know that, like, we thought like tunes were unkillable. So how are you able to do the deed? I mean, how? We just want to know.
Well, look, if we're going to be honest about Jessica Rabbit here, right? Which, you know, I think we need to. I don't know. I don't often use the word hoe slut, but Well, sorry, I no comment. Yes, you, the usual suspect.
Yes, from Something's Fishy magazine. When you did this, wasn't the smell of like wet hair? Didn't that just get on your nerves?
No, that's quite an aphrodisiac for someone of my upbringing.
Oh,
Okay. Yes. From out of space.
We've already established that her hair was red, but what color was the hare's hair?
Good. Again, good question. The hare's hair. Well, hare's hair in Love and War is basically what they say, isn't it? But I'm colorblind, and I find that question offensive as a member of the colorblind community. Yes, you, the usual suspect.
what did you do with the red overalls?
I don't think I am required to answer such a question, but in the interest of rumor and innuendo, they're in my room and they're in her endo. Yes, Capife.
We are from like Toontown News. We just like to know that Bugs Bunny like set out a statement that his ex, the recent widow, not only is that he's like really struck by this news, but like he's also upset that you went after some of his kind, so he has declared war on you. So what are your...
I have Daffy with me. Look, Daffy says this is war. He says it better than anyone. Look, and here's the thing. Lola, she was a showgirl, right? And I've got no time for showgirls. I like something classier. So, like, you know, any general Jessica Rabbit or, you know, Betty Boop. Yes, from Quebec.
So, tell me, did you do this to him because as a CB enthusiast, you always ended conversation by saying Roger and out?
Yeah, absolutely. I make sure whenever I'm cheating on Lola Bunny with Jessica Rabbit that I broadcast it over the radio. Any further questions? Okay. Right, one more question apiece. Yes, I've got to finish my pork chop, guys. Come on. Right, yes, the Looney Tune.
So Eddie Valiant has a warrant for your arrest, because he was also planning to be the next husband of the recent widow. So how are you gonna deal with the situation?
Eddie Valiant has quite a drinking problem, so it was easy to set a trap of some liquor in front of a black hole. So look, I'll show you how it works, right? So, like, he saw the liquor and then he put his hand in and it just completely disappeared into the wall. It's amazing how well that works. Yes, you, sir, in outer space.
The police report stated that there were crabs that were consuming the body after the action that you took.
Yeah. I've been treated for those now, so I don't expect it to spread much further. Well, I did say one more question apiece, so we'll first come to the usual suspect and then Quebec.
Yes, this is Johnny again from Toontown Magazine. Now, I heard that the ride is going to be drastically changed, and but my question is, what were the fish doing while this was happening?
They were sleeping. Yeah, sleeping with the fishes, so makes sense. Quebec.
Thank you for that answer.
Is it because of the small size of that tank that you didn't use cement shoes?
Yes. Right. Okay. As my best guess, I am sleeping with Jessica Rabbit, and I killed Lola Bunny, and I have sunk her to the bottom of the ocean.
No.
Close.
Well, perhaps that hasn't come to light yet. What do you think I've done?
You
Oh, you
killed
said
Roger Rabbit so you could marry Jessica Rabbit, and you drowned him in a fish tank.
Where did Lola Bunny come into this?
Ask
Hey,
Cat.
Lola Bunny. I never said Lola Bunny. You brought her on.
Yeah,
You
I think
said
you
his
brought up
ex-girlfriend. Oh, you
I
meant
said
Rogers.
Bugs Bunny.
I said Roger.
Okay.
Or Rogers, yeah.
I
Okay.
said she's Bugs Bunny. She's Jessica Rabbit was Bugs Bunny's ex.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
say,
misleading. Right,
well,
okay,
that's what I mean.
okay.
Cap said it has to be about cartoons. I only know it's cartoon stuff, so you gotta blame Cap.
That's funny. Right, okay, let's go on to... we'll have one more game before our finale. Let's see what it's going to be. Oh, it's going to be a game of increase. Let's get 2 performers for this. So, we are going to have Rob and we are going to have Gerald. Rob and Gerald. You're going to play a game of increase. The way this works is every time you have a line of dialogue, it will grow by 1 word. So you're going to start with 1 word each. Then you'll have 2 words each, all the way up to 10 words each. And then you will decrease from 10 words back down to 1 word each when the scene will end. Your scenario is you are building a house. Building a house and increase. Take it away.
Ladder.
Where?
Over there.
Which one?
The blue one.
Help me climb.
I'll hold it. Or
This house is big.
way bigger than I thought.
Will we finish in time?
I highly doubt it. It's dark.
Should we build the roof first?
Definitely the roof. Weather coming. Now.
Will this be earthquake proof, you think?
If we don't use stone or brick,
Will Axel Foley, Beverly Hills building inspector, join?
I am sure he will. Never fails, always.
He wants them to live in a donut. Yes.
A donut like Homer Simpson? That's just craziness.
These people are filthy rich. If they live donut, fine.
It is a very nice pink and brown donut.
Maybe they'll let me rent a room. I'm kind of broke.
How many rooms can a donut have if big?
I don't know. 90-degree angles all around. Weird.
How do you make 90-degree angles inside a donut?
You're on this project. You skipped that day?
I must have circles, squares, and triangles off.
That sounds like a cool house, too.
If I go back to architecture school,
Yes. Then you'll get a raise.
not only a raise, but more projects.
How much will this cost?
100, 200, maybe $300,000.
That's a lot of money.
You were telling me. Tons.
Shall we party?
Yes, and I can't count.
Go Broncos!
Disco Party USA today.
Bye.
See you later.
And scene. Well done. Guys, that was great. Because you added so many extra words, it meant I was able to finish 2 entire pork chops during the course of that, so thank you. Right,
How many
okay.
workshops do you have?
We do these for you, David.
Yeah,
we do
that's
it for
good.
you.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
that healthy breakfast, you don't have to eat so much.
I know, right? So, oh my god, I'm definitely getting some string hoppers. Yeah, they look good, guys. They look good.
Yeah, get it with a sambal or a curry. You'll love it.
Okay. Good. Now, we're going to come on to our finale game. We're going to do an extreme monologue. The way this works, we're going to take turns to do monologues, and we have to keep them going for as long as we can, up to 1 minute, without repeating any words whatsoever, and without hesitating, which we count as an extended pause, or saying a non-word like or So, if any of us break that rule, then the others can call out freeze. If they correctly identify that a rule has been broken, that is the end of the monologue. So, going first will be Norm. Ooh. Norm, would you like a fictional character or a real person?
To be different, I'll do real.
Ooh, okay. So, you are Ellen DeGeneres with the actual mind of Dory. Okay? Ellen DeGeneres with the actual mind of Dory. And your time starts now.
Let me explore everywhere, looking for Waldo. Where is he? I'm quitting my show so to find that individual. Help, please.
Freeze, what's the challenge?
I was going to say hesitation.
Oh, it was borderline. What do we think, guys? Okay, Gerald has given the nod.
I think it's good.
Oh, okay. Continue then.
Looking in Sri Lanka. Up yours, Cap. Leaving right away. I'm in Quebec, Toronto, Ottawa. Nowhere to be found. I think I said 2
Yes,
before.
you did. I was about to call it 53 seconds of spectacular time. Well done. So, let's see who's going to go next.
To you too, Norm.
I will go next. Can someone give me a character, please?
Rosie the Jetsons robot.
Sorry, say that again, Rob.
Rosie the Jetsons robot.
Wow, I barely remember this. And what do you want Rosie to be doing?
Dating
Killing
Von
Jane.
Damme.
What was that, Cap?
Dating Von Damme.
I'm definitely taking that. Out of interest, what did you say, Rob?
Killing Jane so you can marry George.
Oh, no, I'm definitely dating Van Damme. Right, okay. And I am... What's the character called? Rosie. I'm Rosie the
Rosie.
Jetsons robot, and I am dating Jean-Claude Van Damme. And here I go. Oh, hello, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Tall, dark, handsome, muscles from Brussels. Future wife here. Hi. Now, George Jetson. Problem. Duty. Look after. Kill. Thrust kick. Yes. Uh-oh. Judy Jetson. I said Jetson twice. Right, okay, and that is time. Right, I don't remember it at all. So, let's see who's going to go next. So, next up will be Rob. Rob, would you like a fictional character or a real person?
Whatever the audience has, sir, is fine by me.
Okay, in that case, you are Dick Van Dyke refusing a spoonful of sugar. You are Dick Van Dyke refusing a spoonful of sugar. Go.
On diet. Get that away from me. Watching weight. See Family Guy, where they bleeped out my whole name? Now that was funny. Yes. Okay. Mary, you offer me that again, there's gonna be a problem. You're fired. Kids, sorry. Poppins, gone. Too much fat. Carbohydrates. Sodium. No one wants that. Forks. Sporks. Full of unhealthy food. No bueno. How about rice cakes?
Freeze.
Give me those.
Cap, what was your challenge?
No bueno, and there was a previous no to Mary Poppins.
Oh.
Yep.
At 55 seconds, I think Rob is now in the lead. Ooh. Okay. So, Gerald, I think it is down to you. Would you like a fictional character or a real person?
No, I'll do fictional.
Okay. Oh my god. You are Mr. Bean, demanding a paternity test on the Jerry Springer show. You are Mr.
Nice.
Bean,
I love that.
demanding a paternity test on the Jerry Springer show. Take it.
But he doesn't talk.
He does. Occasionally.
Yes, he does.
I love how you've given Gerald a clear 9-second head start. Ko.
Mr. Bean. Paternity test. Jerry Springer. What the hell? Wear condom. All time. Rubbers. She had diaphragm. On pill, too. Shooting blanks. Can't be mine. Vasectomy years ago. Super sperm bank donator. Not anymore.
And that is time. That is 1 minute exactly. 1 minute exactly. Well, to be fair, you guys kept speaking after I said and go. So you were like 9 seconds in to begin this thing. But that's still a spectacular time. So Gerald, that means you are tonight's Extreme Improv Xstreamed champion.
Cap hasn't.
Oh, really? I thought
But
Cap
you
had
give him
gone.
the win anyway.
No. Cap hasn't had a go.
No.
Oh, shit. What did you do earlier?
No, that was Norm.
No.
I hate it.
I could have
He
swore.
just messed up Norm's one, that's all.
He did what?
Messed up
He just
norms.
messed up Norm's.
Okay, well,
Norm's
okay. So Cap, it is down to you. Gerald, everything hangs in the balance. I've had like a future premonition. Because I could have swore... Norm, how long did you go for?
50 something.
Oh, okay.
Less than 0.
I thought that was Cap. Right, okay. Now,
That'll be probably better than what I'm about to do.
Cap. We're not
By
done
the way,
yet.
premonitions are always future premonitions.
Would you like a fictional character or a real person?
Fictional character from the audience.
Okay. They're really good. Right, you are Mickey Mouse being arrested for stealing Minnie Mouse's underwear. And here
Again?
you go.
What? No! Oh, nothing! Pants too! Panties! Of course! Everything! No! College! Prank! Minnie! I'm married!
Freeze!
Oh!
Freeze! You're doing it too high pitched. We can't understand the
Yeah.
goddamn word you're saying. Only the
Start
dolphins
over.
can understand this. Right, you can keep going, but we're missing so many of the words. Right, go.
Sore throat. It's mixed par with mouth perfume. Married to Minnie.
Freeze!
Goofy.
You said
Minnie.
Minnie. You said Minnie earlier.
He said
That you heard.
Yeah,
That
well, we
you
heard
heard.
some of them. We heard some of them. 38 seconds. So it was written in stone. Gerald, you are indeed tonight's Extreme Improv
He's been
Xstreamed.
training for the last couple of months.
I had to. This is my weakest, definitely. So.
Wow. Okay.
There we go.
The gauntlet is thrown down then. Right. Okay. So, audience, give us any final thoughts or comments into the comment section. We'll endeavour to check them out momentarily. But for now, let's find out where we can find all of our performers on the socials. Starting with Mickey Mouse / Batman, Capelthave.
You can't wait to know
I
how
can't
to
even
do
see
it.
it, there you go.
You can find me on Swamp Tees first thing I did, then throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And recently, I have a video of Mufasa and Scar reacting to the new Mufasa trailer, so go check that out. And you can also find me here on numerous shows.
Okay, Rob, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Extreme as often as possible, and I learned something today. I learned that the people of England do not know where the mouse is.
What? What mouse?
Hickory dickory dock.
Oh.
Mouse.
I have heard that before. Right, okay. Now, Norm, where can the people find you?
You can find me on YouTube's Socially Distant Improv channel, and in person will be our show in Doylestown Library on the 19th at 7 or 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, for me, my name is David Pistansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pistansky, spelled Pustansky. Check out all of my books. Check out that retro photo of me. What a gorgeous son of a gun I was back then. Right, now, get my books. They're on Amazon. Also, head over to my website, www.xstreamed.tv/tickets, and get tickets to the live Extreme Improv and Geek Battle show that will be on stage next Thursday at the Camden Comedy Club. And with this, our winner tonight, Gerald, where can the people find you?
Hopefully more and more on Geek Battle and Extreme Improv. So work's toned down a bit, so that's awesome. And then I occasionally, I'm on Instagram at Gerald Geek.
Awesome stuff. So with our audience, make sure you do smash those subscribe buttons on all of the related YouTube channels. I'm working on so much expansion of Extreme Improv, Xstreamed, and Geek Battle, and Slam Jam, and jet lagged stuff. There's literally, I'm working like 18 hours a day at the moment, building things, creating
David will
things.
come back like this to premiere the show.
I am. It's just gonna. It might happen. Right. Anyway, and so with this, until next time, stay safe. Always stay extremed. Fun as always. Great show, guys. Says Jane. So funny. Thumbs up. Until next time. Always